Welcome, Wargamers, to another episode of Rules You Get Wrong with Mr. Rulebook. And we are here to discuss the game between the Tau, a little bit of Orcs, and the Crimson Fists. So let's get right into it. It was a fun game, actually. Well, actually, it was my first game with Tau. Chassis 8 Chass. If he doesn't win, then he will forever dishonor the Tau Empire. On that note, good luck. Go Tau. Moving on. Cheba 98. Yes. More Tau, but just Tau. Alright, I'll get around to it. I actually haven't done it yet. Even for a few other battle reports, I played with Tau. Or run Orcs, ally with Tau now. That's called coming out. It's all sneak preview. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it just for you, Cheba 98. Loyero 95. If one guy has a black sun filter, the whole squad benefits from it. Really? Oh, that completely changes everything. Not everything, but that's awesome. Because night fight, I always get night fighting turn 1. And it's fine, I like it. But as Tau, because with Orcs obviously, it's fine. Gives me a bit more cover, but Tau, shooting and everything, black sun filters, that's fantastic. I like. Sweet. That's right, because only my Y1 broadside shot and the other one didn't. Because he was a drone controller, not had a black sun filter. Shasso. Why did you take bodyguards for your Shasso? The bodyguards are an extra 35 points for just close combat abilities. Really? Okay, now I know. I used 2 Shassos with 2 shield drones and put them in squads with 3 other suits with 2 shield drones. That's a lot of shield drones. But at the same time, that does increase their survivability. Both shooting, because instant killing, and then you can put your shield drones like around the edges where you're gonna get shot from. So you know, kind of like, wound allocation is like, put the guys up front. Where you want to die first, you put up front. So that has potential, I'll think about it. All right. Oh, and then this makes 2 powerful units of 4 suits with 4 shield drones and a high leadership, and your Shasso has an even bigger bodyguard squad. 65198. Dan, when you were explaining your army, did you say 1750 pounds of tow? Or am I just a crazy wargamer who sits on his computer all day waiting for more MiniWarGaming videos? Probably both. Yep, definitely both. I would never, ever mumble something like that. Kingfisher. Hey, I hope to get this answered in rules you got wrong. Just wondering, are Def Copters flyers? No. Kill by Bean 120, they're just jet bikes. They count as jet bikes. Kill by Bean 123. Dan, wasn't it night fighting first turn? So the broadsides could not shoot because they're more than 36 inches away. Aha! But as we just talked about, black sun filters, which ignores night fighting entirely, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, no, they could see and they could shoot. Actually, both of them could shoot. I only shot with 1. Prozac 112. Ginger with crimson fists. Oh, the lols. And he's from Orangevale. Ricky 35. Thought Allies was only at 2,000 point games, but hey, why not spice up the Tau at least? Actually, Allies can be taken as your normal force organization chart. If you look, they're right there in the normal force organization chart along with the Fortification. It's at 2,000 points that you can take 2 allied detachments, but they have to be from the same codex. Transgressor. At about 340, you mentioned you can only place fortifications on your deployment zone, but the book says you can put them in your table half. Page 120. You were correct. So I have a few more if I want to put them up more, which actually might be a good idea with Orcs charging up. You're going to put them there and then you run up to the fortifications. So you leave them away from your guys. Interesting. Orc York. Aegis all must be touching each other. You can't break apart and make two. Yes, you can. Under the Aegis defense line section, which I thought I had marked, but I didn't. But just take a moment to find. All it says on page 114 is that each section must be placed in base contact with at least one other section. So if you have sets of two, that follows that rule completely, and you're not breaking any rules. So you can split them up however you like, because you get 4 short, 4 long, so you can have 4 sections. 2 long, 2 short, you can do all crazy kind of stuff. It's up to you. Let your imagination run wild. R4384. How can a 10-man tactical squad have 2 special weapons in them? Best answer was actually in another comment by Nathimo. And he says, depends on what you mean by special. A 10-man squad can take a plasma and then a plasma cannon if they wanted to, as they're allowed to. The requirement is a set in groups of 5. So example, a squad of 5 can take 1 special weapon, and then additional 5 can take another one to the squad. However, you're not allowed to take, say, 2 plasma cannons, as you're required to take a full 10-man for 1. Have a look at the Space Marine decks. So me being lazy and not wanting to look through the Space Marine Codex, because it's really, really large in a Space Marines. Thank you, Nathimo, for that answer. Sounds correct. I'm gonna go with it. Connexus. XV8s can only have 3 weapon systems, Shasso included. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave them 2 twin-linked weapons. Or a twin-linked and another weapon. No, yeah, I gave them a twin-linked weapon and a normal weapon, then I shot both, because I didn't realize at the time that you had to give them the multi-tracker to be able to shoot 2 weapons. But the multi-tracker actually takes up a weapon slot, and so you can only have 2 weapons, and because a twin-linked counts as 2 weapons, so 3 weapon slots, and the multi-tracker to be able to shoot 2, you can only take 2 weapons and no twin-linked. Unless, of course, it's a commander or a squad leader, or you're a commander, then you have it's for free. You can, or not for free, but it doesn't take up a slot to be able to take the multi-tracker.
Bring those bodyguards.
You know, and his bodyguards. So the squad of him and his bodyguards, yes, they could do that. But the other squad, I may or may not have been cheating. Is it cheating if you don't know you're cheating? Yeah, it still is. I apologize. It's okay. I lost anyways. Wild Horse. Missed Overwatch from broadsides versus charging Marines. Yup. Loi 2. I also have Tau and Orcs. How weird. Don't talk about yourself like that. Nicomas. The 2 of his units deep strike behind you. I don't think they can assault the turn they deep strike. They're Vanguard. They have special rules. They're Space Marines. They have special rules that ignore all other rules. But yes, Vanguard can assault the turn they deep strike. And with the 2d6 assault range, it's actually improved. Beware of Tom. The Terminators could not have deep struck with Cassius. He's in power armor. Oh yeah. You are correct. Loot. Dan, when a Sarge allows someone to use his ballistic skill, it's called Signum. Just wanted to help out. Thank you. The Signum. I still will forget.